Okay, if you could have remembered in our previous class, we have discussed that how a list can be prepared in one with an expression by using the for loop or if conditions. I have given one example like for x in the range of 1 to 20, if x modulo 2 equals to 0, then you put it in x. So the list will be prepared by taking the value of x, and what is x? X is in the range of this with a condition. Similarly, I have taken another two examples over here that even you can take from I into, you can store the squares or cubes by putting a loop inside the inside the list. And not only on the numbers, this also works on the strings. So we have a set of strings, and we can say that for word in the list of words, I just want to print the first character. I just want to print the first character of each of these items. So what I want to print? First character. So word of 0 I want to print, and what is word? Word iterate over this list of words. Correct? So this is also the same thing, but here I have used a function. Function I have not discussed till now, but you can see over here for x in the range of 10. So every time I'm calling a function over here. Every time I'm calling a function, and what this function returns? Function returns x into x. So I can use a function over here also. Although the function I have not discussed, but just think over here, in this place I can also call a function. So this is the way in which a list can be list can be prepared, list can be created. If you look the different list operations, what operations that we can do on a list? Some of the operations I have listed over here. For example, if I have for length of this will return what? The length of the list over here. I can, if I give the plus operator between two lists, the list will be concurrent. The second list will be added at the end of the first list. I have already told you that if a list is being multiplied, if a multiplication operation is given on the list, so this list will be replicated for 3 times. This will be repeated for 3 times. It is not only one item. If you would have 2 or 3 items, those items will also be repeated over here for 3 times. The entire list will be repeated for 3 times. Correct? The number of times that I would have given. If it is 4, then 4 times. Similarly, we have also read that if 2 is in this, that means whether 2 is present in the list or not. 2 in this, that means whether 2 is present in this or not. So what is the return type? Return type is either true or false. If I write 2 in this, 2 is present, so it will return true. Suppose I will say 7 in this, it will return false. So it is a membership operator, membership operation. Like in, there is another what keyword is used, that is called the not in. 2 not in this, whether 2 is not present over here, it is false. 2 is present, right? So this is just the reverse of the in. Not in, just the reverse of in. So it just checks that whether the number is not present in the list or not. Again, it is a membership operator. For x in this, print x. Just look over here. For x in this, I give a colon over here and print x. I can write in this way as well. This means that x will be iterating over these elements, and on the same line also I could able to write it, right? So not necessary that print has to be written over here after giving one tap. Is that clear?
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Yes, sir.
We can have a length of the list. I have already told. Maximum of the list returns the maximum value. Minimum of the list returns the minimum value. Okay. Besides that, some built-in functions are also available. For example, the append function appends the object to the end of the list. I have a list already there. If I give the append, so that value will be appended at the end of the list. And if I give the print, then it will print that item is added at the last. There is a clear function, remove all the items from the list. Whatever, suppose I have declared a list, I write list dot clear, all items will be removed, but list will be there, list will not be deleted, only the items will be cleared. The copy will just make a shallow copy of this one, it will make another copy of this one, right? The count function returns the number of objects in the list. Suppose I write count of LST, it will return 3. These are easy things you can read of your own. Suppose there is another extend. Extend extends list by appending elements from the iterable. For example, this is L1, this is L2. There are two lists. I write L1 dot extend L2, L1 dot extend L2. So what it will give? Now L1 will be extended by adding the other elements from L2. L1, so who is extended now? L1 is extended. So similarly, I can have list dot index. The
Sir,
yes.
sir, please show the previous slide once.
Yes.
Set. Sir, if a clear function is used to remove all the items from the list, then sir, the list will be there or not?
List will be there. List will be there.
But list will be empty. Sir.
Empty list. It will be empty list. Sometime in our program, we want to clear it, and again I want to store the element. So I don't want to delete that list. Otherwise, what will happen? That list name will be deleted itself. So therefore, I don't want to delete the list. Only I want to remove the items from the list itself.
Yes, sir. And okay. Sir, in the copy function, we have to copy the values of the list in another list.
Another list, yes. This is only a copy to another list.
Yes, clear now.
So,
sir, please explain again copy function.
I have a list. Suppose LST is this one. I write copy of LST. That means LST2 is equal to copy of LST. So what it will do? It will make a copy of the LST and store it in LST2. Suppose a value already list is there. I want to copy it and do the operation on the copied list. I don't want to change the original one. In that case, we can do it.
Yes, sir.
Right?
Sir, if there will be a list and if we store the first list is equal to the copy of the second list, then what will happen?
That I am saying that it will make a copy of the what you are giving. Suppose a list you have, I have a list, I will give a new name. It is not a previous list. If it is already elements are there, it will not be. If you have a empty, you just write LST2, it will create a new list and add it. And it will copy the element to that list. I write LST2 is equal to LST of this. So it will copy the elements from the first one and put it automatically. It will create a list and put it. For existing element, you have to do some other operations, add or change or that operations we can do. Insert, that operations we can do.
Yes, sir.
Now, if you want to extend it, can you differentiate between this append and extend? Extend is that a list will be added at the end of the list. Here you have a element is added at the end of the list. Here an element is added at the end of the list. Here the list is extended by adding another list over here. Is that clear? Similarly, the index value. Suppose suppose I write L1 dot index of 2. If I write, so index will return what is the value at in position 2. So see over here, the position 2 it is if L1 dot index of. So what is the index of 2? What is the index of 2? The first occurrence over here, the index is 1. So there might be multiple occurrence over here, but this will return the lowest index in the list. The lowest index. I'm saying that L1 dot index of 2. The 2 is present in multiple places. The 2 is present in multiple places over here, correct? So what is the index value of the first position? Correct?
Sir, 1.
Hello? Hello, any doubt? The list is this
No,
one.
sir, no, sir.
Okay.
No, sir.
No, sir.
Okay. So we have, suppose there is a function called insert function. I want to insert a particular object at a particular index. So it takes 2 arguments. In which position, what value? In which position, what value? So this is my list. If I give L1 dot insert, that means insert 55 at position 4. 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, the 4th position it will be inserted. Although it is being counted from 0 onwards, the index value is 0 onwards, but at this position it is being inserted. So there is, if you want to take out one element, suppose index equals to minus pop, index equals to -1, removes and returns item at index. So what is my index? -1. So last item will be taken out. Is it understood? Pop function will pop which element? Pop function will pop the last element from the list. Default is the last one. If it is no element is there, it will give you an error that index is out of range. We have a remove function, removes the first occurrence of a value. Remove the first occurrence of a value. So if I give a value, wherever it is found, it will be removed. Just look over here in this, what we have, there are multiple occurrence of 2 and it takes what? Lowest index over here. Similarly, when I use the remove of 2, when there might be multiple times 2 may be there. If I use remove, the first occurrence will be removed from the list. So remove the first occurrence of the value. And if the value doesn't present in the list, so definitely it will give one error. That is a reverse function. It reverses the object of a list in the place. So if I give L1 dot reverse, that means it will reverse the list and you can store it in some another list. You can we can reverse it itself. Is it understood?
Sir, the last 2 sentences what you said, it was not audible, sir.
In the reverse function, it will reverse the object of the list in its place. In its place means it will not be taking another string over there. The same string, the string will be reversed over there. Suppose I say LST is a string. In LST you have stored something and you make it reverse, the items will be reversed in the for the same same list itself. The item will be placed in the reverse order. That is the only thing it will do. Reverse will reverses the items of the list, objects of the list. Correct. So we have discussed what some of the functions over here. Remove, reverse. So these functions I will just give you as a task that these things you will practice for every function. At least you will run of your own. For each of these functions, some functions we have discussed over here. For every function, at least you will practice one of them. Each one you will practice at least once. Reverse function, remove function, for every function you will practice once, right? So that in the next class I will be seeing that whatever the problems you have. I will ask everybody whether you have practiced over there or not. So anybody having any problem on that, those functions, you will tell me over there. See, I was talking about the sort over there. Just look over there, it's an example of sort. I have a list, right? And I write L dot sort. So it will sorting these elements over here, correct? I just write L dot sort, it will sort it. And if I want to sort in a reverse order, I just write reverse equals to true. I write reverse equals to true. These elements are being sorted in the reverse order, correct? So the default is the sort, which sorts in ascending order. If you want to sort it in descending order, simply write the reverse equals to true. Is it understood? Is it clear, or anybody having doubt?
So one more time, please. We're not able to hear you properly.
Okay.
Sir, your voice is breaking sometimes.
Maybe some network issue perhaps might be over here. I do not know. Maybe. Anyway, I will maybe now it is 12. After 5 or 10 minutes, I will take the attendance, because otherwise I will have a problem in taking the attendance if it will cut in between, right? 29 minutes, 22 students might be absent, roll number 1. Can you see the screen or not now? Can you see the screen? Hello?
No, sir, it's loading.
No, sir.
Not seeing. Is it visible now?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Okay, well, first I'm just you respond to your roll numbers, and I will continue the class, but respond to your roll numbers. 1, 2, 3. Roll number 4. Roll number 11. 11. 15.
Sir.
15 present.
Yes, sir.
Roll number 23. Roll number 23. Present as roll number 23. Roll number 31. So 11, 23 and 11 and 23 are absent. 11, roll number 11 and 23 are absent. Okay. So look into this sorting program again. This is the list given. I apply the sort function over here, L.sort, and I print it. See over here, these elements which are being sort in its place, and default is in ascending order. The default is in ascending order. And if I want to sort the same elements is in descending order, I will apply the sort, but I will write what? Reverse equals to true, so that the elements will be sorted in reverse order. We can have a list of list as well. That means we can have a list which contains some other list, maybe multiple number of list.
Hello, sir. Excuse me, sir.
Hello. Please put your question. Hello.
Hello, sir. I got disconnected, sir. Sir. Hello.
Hello. Your roll number what? 11.
Sir.
Okay.
Yes, sir. I got disconnected, sir.
Okay. I will record it. Okay.
Yes, sir.
So this is my list with 3. We can see over here, my list is a list, and this list has 3 elements, because this is being separated by 2 commas. So you can see over here there are 3 lists, right? What is that? So we can see over here there are three lists. This is list 1, this is list 2, and this is list 3. So we have three lists over here. But sorry, three items over here. But each item is a list itself. Each item is a list itself. So I can have a list which may contain number of lists as well. So if I print this, when I print this, this will print in this order. This will print in this way. Correct? If I say my list of 1, my list of 1 means the first index. So first index is which one? The first index is entire this. All these comes under this first element, 11, 22, and 33. Sorry, 0, 1, sorry, this one. So 44, 55, and 66, because the index value is starting from 0. So these values will be over here. You can see this is the value. Are you getting me? So this is starting from 0th index, 1 index, and index 2. The moment I write my list of 1, so index value 1 will be printed, but the 1 itself is a list. So the entire list will be get printed over here. But if I write my list of 2, 2, that means 2 is what? 2 is the 2 is index 2 of the first one. So index 2 of the first one is this one, the entire list. And I want to find out the 2 index of the sublist. So 2 index of the sublist is this one, 0, 1, 2. So this one. So I can get it over here. Now, can you say that, can you think of how to implement? You can also implement a 2-dimensional array over here or not? Not even 2-dimensional. You can also implement for 3-dimensional or more even. Are you getting me what I'm saying? This is the way that.
So it was not audible after you said how to implement 2-dimensional array.
How to implement 2-dimensional? See.
Sir,
after. Hello.
So the last, after the last print statement, we could not able to hear you.
Oh. So see here, this is the list. Initial list is this one. In my list, I have 3 elements over here. This is 3 elements, and each of these elements is a list. Each of these element is a list. Correct? So if I print my list, it will get printed. There is no problem. But if I write my list of 1, my list which one? My list is the entire one. So 1 index. So this is index 0. This is index 1. This is index 1. So this entire will get printed, and this is my output. There is no problem. But I want to get only one element. I want to get only 99. How to extract this 99? How to extract this 99? So you can think over here, there are 3 number of rows. In every row, 3 number of values are there, 3 number of columns are there. So by writing 2, 2, first 2 will find out the index 2 of this one. This is 0th index. This is 0th index. This is index 1, and this is for index 2. Correct? Index 0, index 1, and index 2. In index 2, there is again 0 index, 1 index, and 2 index. What I want to get? I want to get 2 index of 2. So I'll write 2 over here, and for which I will get 99. If I want to get 55, what I should have written? If I want to get this 50,
1, 2, sir. My list
1, 2.
1, 1, 2.
Sorry, 1, 1. 1, 1.
1, 1.
You will write 1.
1.
Yes, correct. So you will write 1, 1. So that we will get the value 55. So that means we could able to implement it. This is a kind of 2-dimensional array, a 3x3 matrix kind of thing. So each of these in the first list is a row, and inside this row we can put some values over here which will act as a column. But you have to take care that every row and column, the number of rows and columns what you are taking, because this may allow you 2 values in the first list and 3 values may be in the second list and 10 values may be in the third list. Right? So user has to take care of that. Right? So we can have a list of list. Now, if I just want to print these things in this matrix form, I want to print it in this one. Because while working with matrices, we want to print it in this form actually. So what I'll do, I'll put a loop for iterate over these items for I in the range of length of my list, for I in the length of I in the range of length of my list. What is length of my list is 3. So I will iterate for 0, 1 and 2. So I will be 0, 1 and 2, correct? And while I equals to 0, 1 and 2, j is just a nested loop which will again range from length of my list of I, right? What is my list of I? My list of I means my list of 0, my list of 1 and my list of 2. For every sub list, it will find out the length of the list. For example, this is for the first one, again it is 3, so it is from 0 to 2. So for I is equal to 0 to 2, j is equal to 0 to 2, what it will print? It will print ij, that means it will print 11, then it will print 22, then it will print 33, but all these three in the same line because I have given end equals to this. Then I have, then it will come out, then it will come out from, this print is inside this for the second for. That means when the first row is being written, then it will come over here to the second one. Then it will come to the second row. So all the elements will be get printed, correct? So we can take a list, list of list, and we can print it and we can work it like a 2-dimensional or 3-dimensional arrays. Is that understood? Is it understood or not?
Sir, your voice is not properly audible, sir.
Anyway, did you get from that slide or not? How to implement?
Yes,
Sir,
sir.
I think
Yes.
Yes, sir.
Okay, okay, very good. Next one is there are some sorting I will tell you over here, bubble sort and instance, 2 different sorts I'll tell you. You will implement these sorts, maybe bubble sort, selection sort and insert sort in your lab only. I'll just tell you that these are different sortings are available, right? So sorting I have already told that I can go for sort or reverse. This slide already I have told you. This is the array and I just apply the sort function. It sorts in ascending order, but the moment I write reverse equals to true, it prints it in reverse order, correct? Okay, this is the bubble sort. The bubble sort you might be knowing before. The elements are given, and what you have to do, you have to sort them either in ascending or in descending order. This is the simplest sort technique. What you do, you usually in C language, what you do, you put 2 loops for I in range, for I is equal to 1 to n, j is equal to 1 to n minus I minus 1, and then you compare j with j plus 1, whichever is, then you swap the elements if it is less. This is the logic of the bubble sort program. So in every iteration, the heaviest element comes down and the lower element, the lighter elements comes up or bubbles up. Therefore we say it is a bubble sort, right? The same logic we have put over here for I in the range of length of my list, for j in the length of my list minus I minus 1, because what is this n? N is the length of the list, right? N minus I minus 1, the same logic that I have written over here, correct? Look over here, I have 2 sort is being given over here. You can implement the selection sort as well. So at least these 3 sorting techniques we will do in the lab itself. I will put in the lab assignment itself, these 3 sorting. Along with that, some more techniques also I will give you in the lab. So I think this is all about the list data structure. we have read all about the list data structure. Now only left is that you have to practice whatever the functions I have discussed. We'll go through that, and those programs that I'll give on the list has to be implemented. If you understood anything, it's not enough. Unless you will not implement it, you will write the program using those, you will not have any, that will not going to help you. So anyway, so this is about about the list. So we have also another data structure. Tuple is over here. Okay. So today we'll go for another data structure in Python is called the tuple. Like list, the tuples are also being used in the Python. Can you see a list of a sequence over here? The sequence is similar to this list or not? In list we put some values, here also we put some values, correct? But there is a very minor changes over here. In list we put square bracket and here we are giving parenthesis. There we put a square bracket and here we put a parenthesis, but this parenthesis makes it a tuple. To identify the Python, this will be identified by the Python, it is a tuple, it is not a list, correct? So tuple is an ordered sequence of elements of different data types such as integer, float, string, list, or even tuple. So like list is an ordered sequence of elements of different data types, tuple is also ordered sequence of elements of different data types. In list I can have 2-3 different data types can be kept. Here also in tuple I can keep integer, float, string, list, anything I can keep over there. Elements of a tuple are enclosed within parentheses. Elements of a tuple are enclosed within parentheses, not with the square brackets, correct? And they are being separated by comma. So here in the list also you are being separated by comma here, and tuple elements are also being separated by comma, but they will be enclosed by parenthesis, unlike your list which is in square brackets. Like list, elements of a tuple can be accessed using index values starting from 0. List index starts from 0. Here tuple index also starts from 0. Tuple is an immutable. This is very important. The tuple is immutable. The tuple is immutable. What does it mean? We cannot alter the value of the tuple that you do in the list. That you do in the list. Here also so it means that elements of the tuple cannot be changed after it has been created. Once it has been created, you cannot alter the value of the tuples. That is the main difference between a tuple and a list. In list, elements I have created, I can change it any of the list, I can add it, I can do some operations over there. Here you cannot change it, it's immutable. Let us take an example of some tuples. Tuple of integers. Tuple of integer. Just I see over here 1, 2, 3, 4. I give this bracket, and this is being considered as a tuple, right? The way you access the list, exactly in the same way we can access the tuples, but in there is a slight difference. Just look over here. If I try to change the value of the one location, what you do in list, you write 2 of t of 2 equals to 5. T of 2 equals to 5, 0, 1, 2. So I want to change this 3 to 5. I will try to write like this, but this will give an error because tuple is immutable. Tuple is immutable. Correct? As the tuple is immutable, therefore we cannot change its content, right? And tuple is a mixed data type. You can see over here is a string, integer. I can have, string and integer is being combined over here in the tuple itself. So these are some more examples over here. I have written the order group of sequences separated by comma and closed inside the parenthesis. So if you want to go for creating a empty tuple, just see over here, tuple equals to this. So it will create a empty tuple. It will create an empty tuple, right? And I can create a sequence in this way. I can have multiple values can be kept. If only one element you are keeping, you may not give this, you may omit this comma. But if it's a multiple elements you are keeping over here in the tuple, then they should be separated by comma. They should be separated by comma. So I have multiple, and each of these may be another tuple itself. Correct? So just to see over here, this is the example. Customer John, right? I put it in a what in the parenthesis. That means this is one. This is a tuple having one element and is a string data type. And this customers is a tuple with 5 elements, and these are the strings over here. The 5 strings over here. So this is also, these two are both are tuples. But first one is having one element. We will not say that 4 different characters. We'll say it's a one element, and here we have 5 elements. I already said the tuples are immutable, so I can have a tuple like this, and if I print customer 3, there is no problem. 0, 1, 2, 3. Print customer of 3 will print this Jill, right? Customer of 3 it will print Jill. But the moment I want to change it to Jimmy, I want to customer of 3 to be Jimmy. If instead of Jill, I want to change it to Jimmy, and it gives you error. It gives you error. So observe the error in the output when you try to change the value of the tuple of the customer. This gives you error over here. Right? So what we can, what are the functions that we can use over here? The functions that you use for list, most of them are also being used in the tuples. Only thing is that we may not modify or change the value, but we can use many functions, like we can get the length of the tuple by using the length function. By using the max function, we'll get the maximum value. By using the minimum mean function, we can get the minimum value from the tuple. Correct? And see over here, what are the basic operations over here? See, this is the, if I give the length of the tuple, it returns 5. If 2 tuples can be concatenate, this is being concatenate, right? This to be concatenate, I can have a tuple. If I give multiply by 3, that will be repeated for 3 times, as it was there in list as well. And I can use the in operator, membership operator, in or not in. If 3 in this or 3 not in this, it returns true or false. It returns true or false. So if I give 3 is in 1, 2 or 3, that means it returns a Boolean value, whether 3 is present in the tuple or not. I can also write 3 not in 1, 2, 3, it returns false. It returns false because 3 is present and you are giving the condition that's not in. for x in 1, 2, 3, print x. See over here, x will iterate over this 1, 2, and 3, and every time it is iterate over each of the item, it will print the value of x. Correct? The similar operation, all these operations we have also applied on the list. Now we are also seeing that this can also be applied on the tuple as well. So we have the count function counts the number of items, number of occurrence of a value. So I put a inside a tuple, it will count that how many elements. Suppose t dot count of 2. So 0, 1, 2. So count of 2 is 3. Number of occurrence of a value. So that value here it is for how 2 is occurred for how many times? 1, 2, and 3. How many times a particular element occurs in the tuple. The index value returns that what is the index of a particular, what is the value that you have provided, what is the first index of that value. The same as of list. The same as of list. Okay, now where to use this tuple? Where to use this tuple? Because we know that we cannot alter the value of the tuple. So where to use? It says that if you have data that doesn't change, implementing it as a tuple will be guaranteed that it remains write protected. If I want this data should not be modified, if I want my data should not be modified, then I will use a tuple. By using a tuple, the data cannot be modified accidentally even. So it will make the data write protected. It will make the data what? Write protected. So we cannot alter the data. So this is a work for you. Can you take out your copy and try to answer this? Take out your copy and okay, I have not shown you one hands-on today. Anyway, in the lab I'll show you. Still I'll see that if it is possible, I will show you some. When you declare a list, we put it in bracket, right? I will put it in some values over here. And we say this is the value, and if I want to change of a particular location, then I can change it, right? To be 220. So this is LST1. LST1 of 2 is equal to 220. So this was there in the list. The same thing if I go for a tuple with a pair of parentheses. So this is my tuple, right? If I want to change it over here for any of the location, if I want to change it, suppose tuple of 2, I want to make it, I want to change it, right? Either you give it in this bracket or this bracket, whatever.
UP1.
Oh, yeah, okay, whatever. This will give you an error because this will give you an error because it is you cannot change, right? Tuple object doesn't support this kind of things. You cannot change it over here, right? But however, if I have two tuples, you know, I have two tuples over here, I can go for a concatenate operation. I can go for a concatenate operation over here. That can be done. So it is just concatenate. We are not modifying the content. We are just adding it one after another. So, so modifying the operations which are all those operations which are there for list may not be applicable for the tuple, but we can apply many other the operations like count operations or length operations or multiply operations that can be done. P1 into 5. See over here. So we can do these operations, and these operations are also allowed in the list hierarchy. So this is the basic difference between these two. Is it understood? Is it understood?
Yes, sir.
Okay, this is okay. This is all for today's class, and for tomorrow on we'll have some problems on this tuples. I'll show you, and you have to answer itself, and then we'll go for some other data structures. Any doubt from today's class?
No, sir.
No, sir.
Okay. Okay, thank you all. I'll end the meeting now. Correct?
Thank you, sir.
Thank you, sir.
Okay, sir.
Thank you.